Okay, I've had like something on my mind or whatever, and cause I've been thinking a lot lately, and this is like something close to it. It's like about like how people treat other people, like caring wise, relationships, all the other stuff. It's like a lot of people nowadays are like just playing with others' emotions. Like they're not taking stuff seriously. They'll sit there and like be like, oh baby, I love you, you mean the world to me, all the other stuff, but then turn around and treat them like garbage, like they don't mean nothing, like especially when they're like when you're around your friends. And I hate that the most. Like, don't sit there when it's just you and that person alone. Don't sit there and be all lovey-dovey and make them feel like they're the most important person in the world to you, but then when you're around like your friends and all this other stuff, you sound like they're like nobody, like all that stuff you said means nothing and all this other stuff. Because it's like, if you love and care about somebody, be there for them, like show them you actually care, no matter how much you say, oh, you hate them, fuck them, blah 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 blah. It's just like still show them that you care, because you not being there can hurt them more than anything. Can like hurt them more than you can ever imagine. And it's like, but if you don't really care about that person, don't sit there and lie and say you do, because you could be emotionally draining somebody because they're putting up with your BS and stuff, trying to figure out like, oh well, you're saying this but showing me this, like what do I believe? Do I believe the love and care that you're showing me, or you dissing me? Like, most people say that's something easy to choose between, but actually it's not. It's really hard, especially depending on the relationship between you and that person. Like, y'all could have been through so much together, and just like leaving that person could be hard. That's why I find it crazy how like people can like one day just wake up all of a sudden and decide not to talk to you no more, not to say anything to you, act like you never existed, nothing between you guys ever happened. And what makes it even worse is they do it with no explanation, and they make it look so easy. Like, it makes a person think like, assume like, okay, everything you said was a lie. Like, all those feelings we talked about, like all this stuff, it was a lie. I know people say don't assume or whatever. It could be like a reason why they're leaving, but if you don't want to sit there and tell a person why you're leaving them or whatever, all you can do is assume. It's not as easy to forget as people think it is, because shit, I don't know, it just depends on your relationship. But it's like, don't sit there and waste a person's time telling them you care about them and like you love them and all that stuff, but you don't, like, you just leave them, or you show the complete opposite. Because like I usually say, it's like, your words mean nothing if your actions are completely different, which is really true. And it's, I don't know, it's just crazy to me, like how somebody can go through all that, and for what cause? Like, what are you really getting out of hurting somebody's feelings? Like, it's just stupid. Like, you're wasting people's time. Like, if you know you're gonna mess around and all this other stuff, don't drag along a person who's like sincere about you. Like, you might call it the game or whatever, blah 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 blah. Well, find somebody else that wants to play the game too. Don't sit there and grab somebody that will end up having genuine feelings for you, or at least don't do it for a long period of time. Like, do it for a process of years, making them feel like they mean the world to you, but like at some point you just like leave. Like, it's just so wrong, and that's just heartless. And a lot of people nowadays are pretty heartless, and I'm not the one to bite my tongue so I'll tell you straight up if you're heartless, and I know a few people that are heartless. But yeah, overall, just don't string people along. Like, don't tell somebody you care, but then 20 seconds later you disappear for them, or you're just messing with their feelings. It just makes no sense whatsoever, and it's just dumb. Like, get a life, do something productive, or go to acting, because obviously that's what the people seem to be good at, is acting, or whatever. You guys can be fucking professionals or something. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that there or whatever. Like I said, for all the people that sit there and do that to people, it's just fuck you. Go die in a ditch or something. Like, hope a dog bites you in the ass, and hope karma gets you, cause it's just horrible what you're doing to these people. But yeah, I think that's it. So,